Hey, I'm glad you're here. Sometimes, when the nights stretch long, it helps just to have someone to talk to. No judgments, just a quiet space. So, you've been in this relationship for years now. You know how it started, how every moment felt like a secret treasure. The stolen afternoons, the whispered phone calls, the way his laugh made your heart soft. Back then, it was all passion and possibility. It felt like you'd carved out a little world just for the two of you, an escape from the ordinary. But now, things have shifted. You still care for him, deeply, maybe more than you thought possible. But this setup, that part of your life, feels heavy. The thrill has faded. You've started to wonder if the cost is too high. You worry about his wife, about the kids. You worry that every smile you share with him further shakes the foundation of someone else's home. So it pulls at your conscience. It carves little pockets of quiet guilt in the days when you least expect it. I hear you. I know that feeling of having two truths inside you. The love you share with him and the knowledge that love shouldn't hurt so many people. You're torn, wanting to hold on to what once felt perfect, even as it's no longer perfect. It's confusing, feeling loved and hurt at the same time. Loving someone who can't fully be yours is a slow kind of ache, like watching a beautiful bird fly away, knowing it might come back tomorrow, but maybe never. You love him, and that love doesn't just switch off. But you're also beginning to see the parts of this story that can't stay hidden forever. It's okay to feel uncertain. It's okay to miss the way it used to be, even if you know you can't go back. And it's okay to want something more, something where you don't have to share him in secret or wonder if you're hurting someone else with every phone call you take. You might be thinking, but he makes me feel alive. Every other man in my life felt so small. And that's true. He did make you feel alive. No one can take away that memory, but sometimes love can make us forget that we deserve a life that isn't built on quiet corners and hidden entrances. When you think about stepping away, it doesn't mean you stop caring. In fact, caring enough to let someone go can be a deeper act of love than clinging on. You might worry that if you leave, you'll lose him completely, and maybe you will. But ask yourself, what kind of life do you want to live? One where you're always looking over your shoulder, or one where you walk through the front door knowing it's yours? I'm not saying it's easy. Walking away from someone you love, especially when it's been your secret world for so long, feels like abandoning a part of yourself. But maybe that part of you was only possible in the shadows. Maybe a bigger, freer part of you is waiting in the light. You might be thinking, it's unfair to his wife, it's unfair to me. But how can I ask him to choose? You don't need to decide for him. You just need to decide for yourself. What do you want? What do you deserve? You deserve a life where people see you, where you can love someone without hidden car rides or coded text messages. You deserve to wake up without the weight of a secret pressing on your chest. You deserve someone who can commit to you fully, not in stolen moments, but in everyday routines. And it's perfectly fine if you're scared. Scared of losing his love, scared of losing the dream you once held, scared of the loneliness that might follow. But remember, being alone isn't the same as being lonely. You can learn to be at peace with yourself, to build your own world that isn't based on someone else's marriage. If you tell him how you feel, it might break your heart when he doesn't choose you, but it might also set you free to find someone who can choose you completely. That possibility, believe it or not, is worth the pain of today, because a life lived half hidden is still half a life. I want you to breathe, just for a moment. Feel that? That's your body reminding you it's okay to exist outside this complicated love, that you can carve out a path where you matter first. You've been caring for his heart. What has been caring for yours? When was the last time you made a plan for just you? To build a home of your own, not as someone's secret, but as someone's true partner, someone's spouse. You deserve that chance. I know you love him. I do. But sometimes, love shows itself by letting go. Letting go isn't the end of love. It's the beginning of respect. Respect for yourself and respect for the life he's chosen with his family. So, when you talk to him, you might say, I cherish what we had, but I need to find a life that doesn't include hiding who I am. And you don't need to shame him or shame yourself. Just say what your heart is really asking. Yes, you'll feel that ache, but there's also a glimmer of relief because you won't be balancing on that tightrope anymore. You won't have to pretend that stolen moments are enough. You'll get to find out what it means to be fully loved in the open. You matter, every part of you, and you owe it to yourself to see what a life looks like when shame doesn't follow your every step. Take a slow breath again. Let it fill you with the possibility of something new. And know that just because it's hard today doesn't mean it will be hard forever. There is forgiveness waiting for him, for her, and most importantly, for you. Whenever you're ready, walk away. Walk toward whatever might come next, even if you don't know the exact path. That step will be your statement. I'm choosing me now. And you can do that quietly, gently, kindly, like the person you've always been, just more honest. You deserve a love without the pain of secrets. I believe there's a day ahead where you'll look back and say, I needed to do that for me. Now, rest a bit, let this sink in, and when you're ready, take that first step, one breath at a time.